High Ground Gaming.
A big thank you to our sponsor, Gray Matter Gaming. Check out their mats. They're pretty cool. Welcome to High Ground Gaming. Really excited. I got Jared here with me. It's been a while, and I'm happy to have his beautiful Ariel here for a fun game of Slaanesh versus Sylvaneth. And we are using the new GHB rules. So this is going to be an interesting first time go. Neither one of us have played this at all, so I guarantee we make some mistakes.
Tactical errors are incoming.
Well, Jared, thanks for being on the channel today. Why don't you tell us about your army?
All right, so my army is in the Heartwood, so it makes my Kurnoth Hunters battle line. I've got a unit of scythes and 2 units of swords. I then have a unit of the new Revenant Seekers, which are the ones that bring back models to units at the end of movement. And I have a Branch Witch as my general hiding in the woods. She's on the board, just hiding under a tree.
Over there, I think?
Yeah. General with War Singer, so she gives +3 to movement to all units that start my movement phase wholly within 12 of her. And then she has the Vesperal Gem and Verdurous Harmony to bring back models to units as well. So she can auto cast that bringing back a model to my Kurnoth unit every turn. Alariel is a 3-cast wizard, knows the whole spell lore, plus her Rebirth and her Soul Ampharos, and she can once per game turn every piece of terrain on the board into Overgrown. So teleporting could be awesome.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I have her Summoning, which is 20 Dryads, 10 Tree Revs, or a Tree Lord.
And you got 3 units of Kurnoth?
Yep.
2 swords and 1 scythe?
Yes.
Oh boy.
So I only have 1 galley champ, and that's my general, the Branch Witch. But Alariel's 820 points. She takes up a lot of the list.
And you're a 1-drop, so you'll get to decide who's going first after we finish explaining lists here. So let's jump over to Hedonites of Slaanesh. We're playing the Lurid Haze, which is the one that lets you at the beginning of the game, which we haven't done yet. You roll a dice, remove D3 units from the board, and then you can bring them in within 6 inches of board edge outside of 9 of your opponent. So my list, got my grand strategy, take what's theirs, got to get guys in your territory. My triumph is Bloodthirsty. How many points are you?
Hold on.
I'm 1960. And while you're looking that up, let's continue with explaining here. So we got good old Sigvald. He went up 5 points. Woo, big deal. But here's the big one, and this is going to be fun, is there a lot of point drops. So I'm excited for this. That's why I've got this out again. This looks like Dexessa, but it's actually Sinessa for today. She's got Pavane of Slaanesh as her spell, and her War Scroll lets her cast it to anything on the board. So basically she's probably choosing Alariel, and then rolling dice equal to her wounds characteristic, and 5s will do mortal wounds if I can get the spell off. Obviously he has a chance to unbind. Really cool thing that I've been playing with in list building, the Infernal or Rapturous is actually a galley champ, even though she's got a name, she's not unique. So pretty cool. We also have a Lord of Pain over here who is also a galley champ. This is my chosen general. He's got Feverish Anticipation, which lets him reroll run rolls for everything wholly within 12. And he's got the Oil of Exaltation, which is the extra wound. And then for the new galley champ thing, he's got the Leadership of the Alpha, which allows him once per game to do 3 commands for 1 command point. So pick 3 different units and do 3 different commands. It's only rally, all out, attack, defense, or redeploy. So that's a once per battle thing. And then you picked for your Branch Witch the Gurish Rage one, right?
Yes, yeah, so she can be reborn and not die.
Hopefully not die.
Yep. My grand strategy is no place for the weak.
Okay.
To get rid of all the battle line. I believe that's still one, right?
No, that one doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't?
No, not at all.
Oh,
so I'll let you keep working on that while I finish explaining my list here.
Right.
So I have 3 generals in the list, which is also another thing. If I get a general in your territory, at the end of Battle Shock, I get a Depravity. If I get all 3 in, it's D3. The Enrapturous is a general. This is my already chosen general that I explained, and then I also made Sigvald a general. Interesting things, they can't give commands while they're within a certain distance of another general, so I did not give it to the keeper or this one over here. And going on from the 5 heroes that are in the list, let's go and look at some of the battle lines. So the Twin Souls, along with the Lord of Pain, it's a unit of 10, are going to be in the new battalion. So that'll let them be able to do the new possibly fight thing. And then, of course, fighting at the start of combat, both units can be chosen at the same time to fight, essentially, as long as they're wholly within 6, which they will be. And then there's that new heroic action, which I'm going to play with too. Also have a Warlord battalion for an extra artifact, which is on the Keeper. So she's going to have the Whip, which I think might actually be interesting now. I'm looking at like the different artifacts, because what that Whip does is it gives you a 6-inch range. At the end of combat, you pick an enemy hero, pick a melee weapon the hero is armed with, and then pick a unit within 3 inches of that hero. So for example, say I picked a Lariel, and then you have one of your units within 3 of a Lariel. Whatever the attacks characteristic is of the weapon I choose, those are now mortal wounds done to the other unit. So essentially like you're attacking your own unit with mortal wounds. So I think that might be good, since people are encouraged to keep their galley vets with their units now. We'll see. Be an interesting thing to try out. 11 Bliss Barb Archers. I do have a couple lists I'm playing with to get 33 of them into a list, but they're not done being built and painted yet. So working on that. 2 units of 5 Painbringers, 2 units of Demonettes. I think at 110 they're well worth having the screens there. Of course they run in charge and all that too. So just for depravity purposes, they're great. And a unit of 5 Bliss Barb Seekers in the middle, they went down 10 points as well. Her going down 10 or 20, Sinessa did, she went down 30. This thing went down 10, this thing went down 10, the Painbringers are down 10. I mean, there's so much more room. I basically get like a whole nother unit in a list from where I was before, which is pretty cool.
Yep. A lot of Sylvaneth got some drops, but not really in this list. All the Kurnoth stayed the same. The Revenant Seekers actually went up 5 to get to that even number. Alario went down 20, so this list had a net minus 15. It's at 1980, but unfortunately there is nothing for 20 points anymore.
Yeah,
so
this list is like down 100 or something.
I'd have to change out a whole unit to gain points to put something else in.
Yeah, but even the Seekers went down 10, so they're 210 now instead of 220. So let's do the Lurid Haze ability. So D3 units, 3 units. So what do I want to remove? I think we're going to pull Siggy.
That's your go-to.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost always pull Siggy, and then the question is, do I pull anything else? I think it makes sense to pull the Archers.
Because they've got what kind of range?
18-inch range, they run and shoot.
Yeah.
But this just keeps them from getting shot off the board turn 1 before they get to do their thing. So
yep,
we'll bring them in at the end of the first movement phase. Do I need to do 3? I don't know who's going first yet, obviously. Kind of tempting to do another one.
Yeah, I have the ability with the Spite Swarm Hive, which I forgot to mention, that I can make my Kurnoth Hunters move, like one unit move 11 inches.
Yeah, it's gross.
With like a +3 to charge. So
very gross.
They could go in and annihilate something from just about anywhere.
I think I'm going to stick with just the 2 units. I don't think there's any advantage to pulling a third, really. I considered maybe pulling these guys, but they can walk to the objective, so I don't really need to. So I'm going to stick with that, and it would hamstring me if I did all 3, because then they have to be within 6 inches of the board edge, outside of 9. That old school outflank maneuvering. So now we get to find out, since Jared outdropped me by a bajillion, who's going first.
Yeah, I was in a battle regiment. What is the fastest your Demonettes go?
They could go 12 if I auto 6 them, and they charge 2.
Okay, so Demonettes could get there, and then
they
you've
run
got
a charge.
Your Sigvald and
Siggy's +3 to charge.
So
naturally, I have a Bloodthirsty as my triumph, so I do have a reroll without using a command point. She gives commands from anywhere on the battlefield anyway.
But I don't like the idea of the counter strike and potential double turns. So Slaanesh is going to go first.
Cool. We'll be back with Slaanesh turn 1.
Battle round 1.
Fight.
Slaanesh, turn 1. Hero phase. Battle tactic. I'm going to go desecrate their lands. This is in both of our territories, so I'm going to desecrate here. I don't know if I can do it or not.
Well, if you engage me and I pile in and then kill your units, sure.
Yeah, right. So we were talking about, it's interesting, there's really only a couple of battle tactics that can actually be accomplished turn 1 now. One is desecrate if it's set up for that. The other one is the new one, which is cunning maneuver, which is basically have a Galleyvet outside of combat and on an objective. That's outside of your territory. So most of these are much more aggressive than the last season. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So let's go to casting some spells. We're going to start with me lady over here, and she's going to cast Mystic Shield. And I'll do that on a 7.
Right. I am going to Unbind with Alariel.
Does she have any bonuses?
She does not. Just 3 spells and knows the entire spell lore.
Got it.
Rolling 12.
Boxcars is a no. So let's go and cast the mirror with Milady again. She has 2 casts. I will get it on a 6.
And you got 1 more spell, which I just want. So I'm going to try and stop the mirror with the Branch Witch. Getting a 9.
All right,
no
high
mirror.
rolls. Let's do Pavane of Slaanesh from Sinessa. And I'll get it on a 6. I believe it goes off on a 6. I hope it does. Let's double check. It's been a while since I've cast it. Pavane. No, casting value 7, so I will fail. Good old casting phase. Did well there.
Sorry you're not playing your Seraphon with your +2 and 3 to cast and
Right.
re-rolling stuff.
She'll take a mortal wound from the Fane on A2. She'll get +1 to hit. I believe it's only in melee. It's been a while since I've played Slaanesh, guys, so just give me a minute to get back in the swing of things here, and then I'll be playing a little smoother as we go forward onto further turns.
Yeah, and
Fane.
warning, my Sylvaneth have not seen the new edition.
Oh yeah, you haven't played them yet.
They were my first army, and I've just been enamored with my Fire Slayers and Stormcast. So
just
Sylvaneth
hit
are
rolls,
new.
period. So she's got +1 to hit
Okay.
until my next hero phase. So good to go there. She did all her things. There's nothing else to do, so let's go move some stuff around. Back from Slaanesh movement, we're going to start with heroic actions since we missed them.
We're both only going for a command point because
Yep.
we only had 3 spells.
I missed mine.
I did as well.
That's what we get for forgetting. And then I totally didn't move this keeper, who should be over here.
Yep. And so we discussed it. My grand strategy is the survivor. I need my galley champion general to survive till the end of the game for the grand strategy, which hopefully with her not really being in combat and having a rebirth, that she survives because she can just teleport away from whatever threats might go at her. And with
Right.
all the healing, at the end of my turn, she should virtually always be on full health.
So, Slaanesh movement kind of just did this with all this stuff. I mean, kind of moving things around, getting some range for shooting, for Sinessa's shot, for the Harp's shooting. Took that objective over there with them. These guys are just getting to be somewhere for a later turn. Being aggressive with Sigvald, I don't know that it's the right thing to do. I really want to get into those, so I'm hoping I can hit the 10-inch charge into them. I could always slingshot Velario, but yeah, that's dangerous. She probably just kills Sigvald in one go, because he only has a 4 board. So brought the archers in over here to try and be able to shoot over here, try and get some depravity, do some damage. This is not going to be a high depravity game, but I'm going to try and do some stuff. So going into Slaanesh shooting, we're going to start with Sinessa. So she's got a mortal wound thing. Let's see how it works. It's been a long time since I have played her. So I probably should have had this up before we did this. All right. Well, helps if I pick the list that has her in it. There we go. So 18-inch range, Do not pick a target or use the attack sequence with this model's staff. Instead, pick one enemy unit within range. The opposing player must roll a dice. So, Jared, roll a dice.
4.
We have a 4. So, if the roll is less than the unit's save characteristic, but not a 6, D6 mortal wounds. If the roll is equal to or greater than the save characteristic, but not a 6, D3 mortal wounds.
So they will take D3.
D3.
They're a 3-up save now.
1 mortal wound. Cool. Oh, that's interesting.
And that's on to these guys?
Yeah, they're the only ones within range. So then we have the Infernal and Rapturous. So she's got 2 modes. She's got 1 shot at 24 inches or 6 shots at 18. So not range for the 24, so we're just going to do the 18 into that same unit.
And
so
couldn't see the witch in the woods anyway.
oh yeah, because you're in the woods. Duh. So she's got +1 to hit from the Thane of Slaanesh, so she'll be hitting on 2s and wounding on 4s.
What's the rend on it?
1 round. Yep, 1 round.
And then the Blissbar archers have no rend?
1 round.
They have 1 rend.
1 round. All the shooting's 1 round. Would you like to all-out defense?
I am going to not do all out defense.
Okay. They all hit, so wounding. 3 wound. 1 rend, 1 damage.
Alright, so 3s to 4s. Pass 2, fail 1. You said 1 damage?
1 damage. Alright, now we've got Blissbarb Seekers. I think we'll go with them next. Because they are, what, 15 shots as opposed to here is 21, right? Because it's 10 dudes, 2 shots apiece. These are 4s and 4s, but they're 4s and 3s because I still have the Homunculus, who gives +1 to wound. Kind of a goofy unit.
Yeah, it's 11 models, right? With
Yeah, so it's 21 shots at 4s and 3s, so it could be 3s and 3s, as opposed to Blissbarb Seekers, who are the same profile, essentially, but less shots. So I'm going to use my all-out attack here. I'm just going to shoot with the Blissbarb Seekers normally. Although they do have mortal wounds as opposed to these ones not having them. So we're just kind of fishing for the mortals.
And this is going into which unit?
Well, that's the question. I think I'm going to put them into... I think I got to split it. So yeah, we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes there. And the 5th dude will be into them, I think.
He can't see them.
Can he not see over the top?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so. Yep, so it'll be 4 dudes, because 1 guy will be out. I should have moved him better and put him right up over here. He could have made it. It was only, they have 16-inch move. You mind if I do that?
Sure.
Cool. Just learning how to play this again. I didn't realize you couldn't see over there, so they're all going to be into the swords.
I will all out. So the Blissbarb archers are going into the swords, or
The Seekers.
And the Seekers are going first?
Seekers are going first. So this will be 15 shots or 16 shots
and they have the mortal wounds.
with the leader. Yep. And then these are the ones that do mortal wounds on 6s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I will all out defense in case you decide to pump everything into them.
Yeah, so it'll be 4s and 4s.
Nothing sucks more than having all out defense that you could have used on 2 attacks instead of 1.
Right. Yeah, 4s and 4s, and then 6s to wound will do a mortal wound in addition. 6s do not explode, that's only in melee. So 4s. All those 6s, I needed them on the wound
You need
roll.
them now.
Hey, you got 3. That's pretty good. So you'll have 3 mortal wounds. The attack sequence ends. Do not make a save roll. So you have 1 save roll at -1.
Alright, so 4. Failed it. So 4 damage.
4 damage-o. So 5, 10,
Kurnoth are
15,
5
20.
wounds apiece.
Should be 21. So this is Blissbarb Archers. Yeah, so 2 each, +1 for the leader's bow. So 21 shots. We will all attack here. So I will go to 1 command point. And then we're going to put everything into these dudes. So we are going to be 3s and 3s. 3. So you will have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 saves at -1 rend.
Alright, so they are a 4-up base save to 5s. Save 3 of them. So I'll kill 1.5.
They're 4 wounds apiece.
Yes. No, they are 5 wounds apiece. So it's just 1 carryover damage.
Okay. Can they bring themselves back?
Yes. Well, they should be able to.
Okay.
Return 1. So pick 1 friendly Sylvaneth unit with a wounds characteristic 5 or less.
So that counts themselves.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
It might just come right back. Yeah.
I'm going to remove this one.
Make the charge impossible. So does Alario retreat and charge?
Yes, Alario can retreat and charge and also shoot with her spear. So,
Yeah. I didn't know what to do with Sigvald, and obviously shooting this makes it now impossible for the charge to happen. I didn't actually think I would kill one off. Didn't really do the math though, so could have done that.
well, if I had saved all out defense for them, maybe that one doesn't die.
Yeah.
But
So we're going to roll the charge anyway. Don't know that I want to go into Alario. I may do that just for fun. I didn't know what to do with him. Putting him over there probably didn't make sense. Probably should have had him like over here, getting ready for like later turns, instead of being super aggressive with him. Now he's just kind of out there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still good, so. Yeah, shooting is done. Did my work there. Let's roll some charges. I think I might want to charge these demonettes. Do you retreat and charge with any of these
No.
guys?
they do not. They do have trample underfoot at the end of combat. Roll a dice for each model on the unit. On a 4-up, does a mortal wound to you on the Kurnoth.
Yeah.
If I do kill somebody with
If I
them,
can knock that last guy off, he only has 1 wound left, right?
he has 1 wound left.
Yeah,
They
so like
have
if I can
one-
knock him off, then that would actually make it so you have a choice between those two as to which one you should heal.
But I have a spell to bring back.
And it's an auto-cast spell?
So I can essentially bring back 2 models a turn as long as that unit's around.
Oh, man. Let's start with Sigvald. Let's roll the charge, see what happens. Need a really big one. Well, Snake Eyes will not do it.
Do you want to use your reroll?
I have the Bloodthirsty reroll.
Correct.
Don't know how important it is. Like, if I want to charge into them, what is it now? Like an 11, so I need an 8. Yeah. Roughly an 11, 12. Yeah, let's have fun. We're gonna use the Bloodthirsty.
All right.
Let's reroll and see what happens. Maybe I can roll boxcars and just fuck something.
Go
up.
wherever you want.
Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Well, it's not boxcars.
7.
7 goes to a 10.
Which gets you to Alariel if you want to try and...
Gets me to Alario. I do strike first.
Yep, so you could go and...
I'm gonna do it. I don't know that it's recommended, but I'm gonna do it. I can pile in this way, which would put me in combat with them, or I can just put everything into Alario. So I'll make this choice later.
But we're going to get in combat now.
We're gonna do it. Yeah, I accidentally bumped her. All right. So Siggy doing Siggy things. Cool. Let's roll these demonettes, and then I'll decide if I want to do it or not. 5 inches will not get me there. I'm gonna have to measure it. They do have a reroll on their banner.
That's
I
right.
believe. It's been a while, but let's take
I
a
think
look.
you're correct.
I think I am too.
Because Slaanesh is all
Reroll
about
charge
rerolls.
rolls. Yeah, so let's use the Slaanesh dice, the purple ones, instead of the red ones. See,
Yeah,
see if
quit,
this makes a difference.
quit trying to play for corn.
No, 3.
Worse. Slaanesh says you've done enough damage.
Apparently. So the only thing I got in combat is Sigvald. So let's just pray he doesn't die. And let's attack something. I'm going to use the full pile in, because why not?
Yep.
I'm going to put everything into Alario. I had
She
an
will-
unmodified charge roll of 7, so
She will all-out defense to a 2-up save.
cool. He's only got 2 Ren, so I'm not thinking I'm doing a ton here, but I'm gonna make you make some hard decisions, I think, in your turn.
Yeah.
It's kind of the goal. So Siggy will be, what, 2s and 3s? Yeah, he's naturally 2, so he will have exploding 6s to hit. So 2s and 3s. Hits with
2 explosion.
everything and 2 explosions. Good roll.
That's
And
a good start.
Now I'm gonna roll all 3s.
I roll 1s and 2s.
Oh, I did it! I actually did it. This
Wow.
has never happened before. I was
That's what,
I was
9?
actually joking because usually when I say I'm gonna roll all 3s, I roll 2s and 1s.
I've seen you do it.
I did it one time
seen you
with 10
do-
attacks and I got 1 attack through.
That's disgusting. So,
So we got 9 of them at -2.
all right. So -2, her 3 plus 1 to save to 2, so back to 4s. And I will fail 3 of them,
Dang. D3.
so she will survive.
4, 5. Can't be negated.
She does not have a ward. She just has
Man.
a crap ton of healing.
There was a chance there. If you had failed like 6 of those, what was she, 18 wounds?
Just 18 wounds.
I could have rolled all 3s on the damage, done 18 damage. I did
So-
not, so it's your go back at me, and I will all defense.
So she will swing first. She will.
Of course, you got your dragonflies too.
Yep. Do I want to pile her in? Do I need to? She fly. No, I'm not going to pile her in.
Okay.
Just going to swing. So Talon of Dwindling, 3s and 4s. 3 hit. And 4s. 1 wound, no rend.
How does this work?
If you fail this, he takes the damage. I roll a dice and a 6 up, he's just slain.
I'm not gonna fail it. It's a 2-up save. Haha! I rolled a 2. I was so nervous.
Yep, because that's that 1/6. So her antlers are 3s and 2s. Oh, 2 hits. 1 wound, -2 rend.
So 4-up save. Nope. missed
5
it.
damage.
Cool. Got 5 ward saves. Is that
Oh,
it?
we forgot monstrous action.
Oh, you did. Yeah. What was yours?
That's stomp.
I don't have one.
Does stomp for 3 mortals.
Well, that could be the difference between him living and dying now, because you've done enough to actually kill him.
Well,
So let's see if I can roll a ward save.
Be better if you do.
Ooh, I rolled some wards. Took 3. 4. Ugh. It's perfectly average, actually.
Better for me
Can't
that you-
really complain.
Better for me that you do, because now if the Revenant Seekers can kill him, they'll remove that wound on themselves.
Well, it's their turn.
So,
Let's see if I was better off keeping him out of combat.
all
This
right.
is experimentation mode right now.
Yeah.
What can I get away with?
All right. So we have 3 attacks each with the sickles, and 1 for the champ. These are 4s and 3s. I will use all out attack to make it 3s,
Okay.
because I'm going to get a command point back in. Yeah, I think that's the play. Try and kill him, because then he's no longer a threat. So 3s and 3s, -2, 2 damage.
Would have been hilarious for my 200-point model to kill your 800-point model in one go.
That would have been.
You're like, no.
So- 2 at a -2 rend.
Wow, they have 2 rend?
Yes,
Okay, so force. Save 1, take 1.
2 damage.
Dose damage, so 4-up ward. Fail them both, he's dead. Cool.
All right.
Great at failing ward saves. Well,
So-
so that was dumb on my part to bring him into them as well. I was hoping I could keep him alive. I mean, 4 board, I actually rolled it okay that time, so
Yeah.
can't complain.
So thrumming with life at the end of each phase, if an enemy models were slain by attacks made by this unit, and heal all wounds allocated to them. So,
yeah, I knew going into Lario was probably a bad move. But the worst move was bringing them in. I didn't know they were 2 rend. I should have asked. If I'd known they were 2 rend, I would have kept them out of combat. But hey, you live and you learn, and I learned a hard lesson there. So, depravity. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I did 1 to my own, so 5. Would have been 6 with Siggy living, which would have been, of course, much better. So up to 5 depravity. And I will gain a command point when it's your turn. So
And
one
scoring.
command point. And then scoring, I will score my battle tactic, and I hold more objectives. So 5 points. I don't have my fancy scoreboard this time. We're trying to work on an electronic one, so bear with us as we figure out technology. So 5-0 Slaanesh going into Sylvaneth round 1. Sylvaneth, turn 1.
All right, we're going to go with gaining momentum to slay the demonettes and control more objectives than my opponent for my battle tactic. Heroic action, we're going to try and get an extra command point on Alariel, which she does this time.
I wanted to find a tower, but that's not going to be a thing this time, so let's get a command point. I do not.
Okay. First thing we're going to do is Alariel's healing is 2d6. So she heals 9 back to full.
Sigvald literally did nothing. We were just talking about it. I made some big mistakes. If I had brought these guys in over there, they could have shot at the Scythe Kurnoth in the back, because they could see through the little arch underneath that building there that you guys probably can't see. And Sigvald did roll a 10 on his charge, so he would have been into these without them losing one. And then, of course, Siggy would still be alive. He'd be finest houred right now. He probably would have killed at least one of these things. And we'd be playing a totally different game right now. So.
Yep. Instead, I'm going to Vesperal Gem to auto cast and return a model to a unit.
Yep.
So, going to go in front there. Make sure I'm still wholly within 12. Yep. So I roll a dice. Not a 1, so fine with the Vesperal Gem. We are going to Regrowth from Alariel. Getting it with a 10. This will heal d6 wounds to a unit.
You have 2 more spells?
Yes.
Do I have 3 unbinds or 2 in range? I have 3, so I'll try it. No.
All right, so d6 onto the Kurnoth. 1. Well, that's not what I was hoping for, but
All right,
it is
you rolled
something.
a 9 on her thing.
Yeah, well,
She's essentially undamaged.
yeah. She is going to cast the Spite Hive Swarm. Getting that with a 7.
I got an 8.
All right, so none of that. So no extra movement. Then she is going to Mystic Shield
6.
with a 6.
No, 10.
All right.
Hey, we both did a good job to dying each other.
Okay, so that is hero phase done. Now we go to movement. So we moved Alariel up, summoned her Tree Lord counterpart for the game, moved the Revenant Seekers up to try and deal with the archers, and then we moved the Kurnoth Hunters up, and he redeployed his Demonettes to make it a 7-inch charge instead of a 3, because he rolled a big 5. Reposition Kurnoth within the trees here and move the Branch Witch a little bit, and then use Alariel's command point to auto-run these guys so they take this objective, counting as 2 per model. Over the Painbringers?
Yeah, Painbringers.
Painbringers. So even without charging them, I get there, and I get it, and I'm also wholly within 12 of this Overgrown to be able to fade away if they do get in combat and I don't like it.
Right.
So I think the Tree Lord is the best choice to bring in, because whilst teleporting the 10 tree revs around the board or having 20 dryads is a lot of bodies, I don't know that they can reliably do something, and he's got enough units and enough speed to negate a lot of movement and teleporting. So going to go shooting with Alariel into the archers.
All right.
So she hits on
I would imagine she's like a 2 or something.
2s and 2s, minus 2 rend. She's got 24-inch range, so she's easily in range.
I don't know. Maybe we should measure it.
I think she's probably about 16 inches away, but hit with a 6. Wound with a 3, so minus 2 rend.
There's 6 up save, so how much damage?
Flat 6 damage.
Cool. Archer's going bye-bye.
Okay, then my Tree Lord has 12-inch range. He may not have range anymore, but...
No, you got range.
Okay, so he has 3 attacks with the Strangle Root. 2s and 3s, -1, 2 damage. All hit. And 3s. 2 wound, -1, 2 damage.
2 damage?
Yep.
1 dude left. Which will be the hero guy, or leader guy.
Alright. So that is it for shooting. All important charges. Start with the Kurnoth Hunters.
Swords?
The swords. Getting the 7.
That's exactly what you needed. You want me to move them forward?
Yep, they will go straight in. I do have the ability to strike and then fade, so they won't need to stay in combat there. I am going to charge...
I was hoping to fail your battle tactic.
Yep.
7's not too hard, though.
No, I am going to charge with the Revenant Seekers.
Yep.
Just get them further away.
6.
6 should be enough.
Yep.
So they are going to go over towards this side. Ooh. Just so that they are farther from harm, and they should be wholly within 12. Yeah. What's 12 from this? Like,
it's
to your dice?
way over here somewhere.
Okay, so they also have that option to strike and fade, like the Kurnoth do over here. So theoretically, I can protect 1 unit if I get charged on both fronts without getting a double. So
I assume you're starting with your Kurnoth Hunters?
yes, we're going to start with the Kurnoth Hunters.
Would you like to pile them in?
We're going to pile them in just to get everybody into combat. And I will use my last command point for all-out attack.
What's the rend?
Rend 1, 2 damage. They do 2 mortal wounds on
6.
6s to hit. They changed it from the previous book when I played them last.
Well, it's your battle tactic. I'll use it all out defense. Try and keep them alive, I guess.
Yep. Unmodified wound
Because
roll.
you said it's -1?
Yes, -1, 2 damage.
How many attacks?
4 per model. 5 on the hunter, the champion.
It's like, do you use the command... I have 1 command point, so it's like, do you use the command point to try and all-out defense, or do you use it to, if you hopefully have 1 model left, keep them around from battle shock?
Yeah.
I don't know the right answer there. They'll be saving on 6s as opposed to 5s, so yeah, we'll all-out defense.
Okay.
And hope you don't mortal wound me to death.
Yeah. So these will be 2s and 3s. Oh, one thing we didn't do, start of the game, I have to pick the harvest boon grove allows me to pick 3 units and get +1 to hit against them.
Okay.
I would pick your
Twin Souls?
Twin Souls,
Keeper?
and Dexessa.
Sinessa.
Or Sinessa.
Looks
So-
like Dexessa, though. She's in disguise today. She borrowed Dexessa's fan.
So
Wing, I don't know what you call it.
all of my units will get +1 to hit against those 3 targets when I get in combat with them.
Okay.
So it'll cancel out her inherent -1 and
Sure.
hopefully allow me to spike on some of the other stuff.
Cool.
And preserve command points. So these are going to be 2s and 3s though. 6s do 2 mortals.
Well, that's a lot of 6s. You got 10 6s?
5.
5, I mean, so 10 mortals?
5 6s and they all hit.
And they are dead.
So with that I will do the strike and
So my
fade.
command point decision didn't matter at all.
No, and I hit with everything else, so they are going to
Where are they fading to?
fade away.
Bye, guys.
And I think they're going to get to here. 9 inches, so I just can't be touching that.
Do you want to pile in it all over here?
I will not be piling.
You don't have like fight twice in a row thing, so I can fight with my one archer?
Nope.
All right. The only reason it even matters is because depravity.
Yep.
So I don't even know what this last guy does. Let's see.
Does it?
One whole attack. Yes. 4s and 4s. 6s explode. Ooh, we have a hit. And we don't have a win, so I'll just pull this. Do you want to pile in?
They're going to pile in closer to the board edge. And get them with the 2 guys.
You're good.
Just because I want to be further away from Twin Souls should I not win priority. If I get priority, 12 inches
You move far enough.
should get me close enough. They could have +3.
It'd be like a 6-inch charge.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
So
I think.
scoring, you don't hold this one, but you hold those 2, which is more than me.
Yep.
Because I did not hold this one at the start.
Yeah, and
He's out.
just out.
Yep.
But
So you will get your battle tactic, and you'll score 5 points. So we got an even game going into the next round. So let's roll for priority. 4.
1.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about it. We'll be back in a minute.
Battle round 2.
Taking it as Slaanesh, I think if I don't, I will get hurt too badly, and I'm already hurting pretty bad because I haven't played this very well today. So maybe a little rusty on Slaanesh play. I've been playing Beastclaw for a while now. So we didn't explain the battle plan at the beginning. This is Path of a Champion. It's one of the new ones. So you see 4 objectives. These 2 are in no man's land. These 2 are in our territories. The territory is the full quarter of the map. And then the unique thing about this one is that you can choose 2 battle tactics at the start of your hero phase, which is going to be hard sometimes, but in this case I can do it. So I'm going to do Cunning Maneuver. It's one of the new ones that I explained at the beginning. Just need to get this Lord of Pain on this objective, which I can do as long as I roll a 1 on my run. We already measured it. And then the second battle tactic I'm going to choose, and I do get to score for both, is going to be a Slaanesh White Dwarf one, which is Death by 1,000 Cuts. So if I do 3 wounds from 3 different units to one of your units, which is going to be these guys here, just got to have 3 different guys, wound them and have it go through. Then I will get my battle tactic. So kind of cool. Never done that one before. Now we're going to go into spellcasting. Well, actually, let's do heroic actions. So I will do an extra command point. I do not get it.
I will do an extra command point on Alariel. I also do not get it.
Okay. And then now I'll do the casting. So let's start with Mystic Shield from the Keeper. I will get it on a 6.
I will try and stop that with Alariel. Rolling a 5. So you
Cool.
get
my
Mystic
Mystic
Shield.
Shield. I'm going to put it on my boys here. And then let's do same thing we did last time. Let's try the Endless Spell. That is a 10.
Try and stop that with Alariel again. Oh, got a 6. The other one is cocked. 5. 11. No.
Dang, man. Let me have my Endless Spell.
Hey, you stopped mine.
Pavane of Slaanesh. 10.
Last attempt to stop that one. No.
Cool.
Got that one.
Well, that's a big deal. So now I'm going to do a bunch more wounds. What's his movement?
He is movement 5.
What's Alariel's?
16.
Or maybe it's the wound characteristics. What's their wound characteristics? I think it's wound characteristic.
Alariel is 16.
Oh, move characteristic. So definitely going to do it to Alariel. So 16 you said?
Yep. How close do you have to be to do that?
I can see.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because it's her special war scroll thing. Normally it's 6 inches. She's the only one that can do it as long as she sees them. Yeah. Anywhere on the battlefield. So
that's gross.
5s do mortal wounds.
That's a lot.
It doesn't really look like a lot.
Oh.
Looks like
Did
just
for a second.
3.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not a lot, Bo.
Okay, I see 4s.
Yeah, so
That's what it must be.
3 mortal wounds.
All right.
A little below average, but not bad. Some depravity. We were discussing like my turn 1 dumbness. Like Sigvald was a general. If I had had him in the territory, like I would have got there. I would have got a depravity from that, and then another depravity for attacking and being attacked back. I could have had like 7 or 8 depravity on turn 1 instead of 5.
Yeah, and that's a big deal with your summoning.
Oh, yeah.
My summoning's all done, but it's a 200-point Tree Lord on the board.
Right. Gotta do the famous Slaanesh thing again. I'll do it to the Enrapturous. So on a 2, yes, she will have +1 to hit. So she's up to 2 wounds taken. And then let's move some stuff. Slaanesh movement phase. Brought these Painbringers back here. Moved the Twin Souls up. Ran this guy so that he could take the objective for my battle tactic. Keeper came up here as well to extend her aura if I want to use the command point to fight twice with the Twin Souls, if I can get the charge, which I'm hoping I can. All this stuff shifted this way. You redeployed a couple inches that way. And we're going to go to the shooting phase. So we're going to start with Sinessa, so go ahead and roll a dice for your Colonel in the corner over there. Because you get to do it.
Yep. 6.
Nothing happens, I believe.
Ooh!
So now I'm not guaranteed my battle tactic because you rolled a 6. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
That's a miracle.
On a 6, nothing happens. So, yeah.
Oh,
there you
lucky
go.
me.
Okay, well, now I do need to get into combat and do at least 1 wound, so that changes what I'm doing here. That's why I wanted to see that before I did all of the rest of my targeting. So,
Yep.
Either way, I'm going to shoot the Bliss Barb Seekers. Let's start with, yeah, we'll do the Bliss Barb Seekers. So they're going to go into that unit of Kurnoth in the corner.
And they are all out defensing.
I'm going to all out attacking. I really just need to get 1 through. I'm hoping that I can do 1 mortal wound. They don't have a ward save, right?
No.
So I need my command points, so I'm just going to go 4s and 4s. Just need 1 6. Didn't get a 6. 2, -1.
So back to their 3s. Oh, fail 1.
Okay.
There you go.
Got 1 through. All right.
There you go.
Harp shooting.
Saved by my bad roll.
Harp shooting, 2s and 3s, or 2s and 4s. She will miss 2 of those on 2s and 4s. 2 of them at -1.
Still 3s. Pass both of those.
Okay, well, I need to make some charges then. So I may fail that battle tactic. Can't fail this one, so at least get 1 of them. Kind of cool.
Yep.
Let's charge with those Demonettes. They have their reroll banner. They got a 7.
That is enough. You can get all the way to there if you want.
I won't. How far can I go that way?
Here. Yep.
I may have this one on the left a little too far. Okay. Painbringers. Ooh, 11.
They're in.
Don't need to go the full 11, but we'll definitely go over here.
So Strike and Fate is a teleport, not a move. Just
Oh, so I can't block you. So I'm gonna fail that battle tactic no matter what. Then.
well,
because
but if I do it here, you double activate over there. You can still kill a Tree Lord. It puts me in a conundrum. I can prevent that battle tactic, yes.
let's roll the Twin Souls. 8 should do it. Yeah, it's exactly what they needed. Cool.
So now I have a major conundrum.
Just easier.
Being that I need to see what you do, because if you fail to do a wound with the first one that activates over here, then I can just leave him and go with him, and maybe teleport the Tree Lord out of the way. But then Alariel's in danger. So, are you staying outside of 3 of Alariel?
I don't know that I can. Actually, I can. If I stay right at the top of the ½ inch.
Okay.
Yep, so I'm outside of 3 of Valarian until I activate. But once I activate, maybe
But
if I pile
it
in
prevents
this
me
way,
from. So
if
I
I
have
pile in this way, I might.
I have to choose to stomp you, or when does your +2 or your fight twice? When is that command done? That in the combat phase?
Yeah. So you could roar me.
So if I roared you, I could prevent them from activating twice versus making them strike last.
Yeah.
But I can't do both if you stay outside of 3 of Alarial.
I'm outside of 3.
Okay.
Let's see. In the combat phase, when it's your turn to pick.
Right.
So like they go first, and then when I have a turn to pick again, I can then pick them again, use a
Yep.
command point. So if you roar, you can stop that. And then if I pile in this way, I can still stay outside of 3 of Alarial. I have to pile in towards this side of your base, though.
Right.
So, I did not run the Bliss Barb Seekers. So, or Dexessa. Could roll a charge. Let's roll it and see. Seekers. 6? I don't think 6 does it.
No.
No, I'm not using a command point either. So, it's not Dexessa, it's Sinessa. And I don't want to put her all the
In
way out
danger.
there where those other Kurnoth can get to her. So
Yeah.
I am good on charging. So,
End of the charge phase will do my heroic action. I'm going to roar.
or your
Because
monstrous.
Your monstrous rampage. I'm going to roar because I think that's better than making them strike last.
Mhm.
So, got it with a 5.
Okay.
So,
They're roared. Yeah, roar makes keepers so much harder to justify taking. I want to try it though again at 370 because
Yeah.
you miss it, and I mean double activating. I could actually threaten Alarial
yeah, you
because
could.
they're re-rolling all their hit rolls right now.
Yep, which means Tree Lord and Alarial dead.
How does Strike and Fade work?
Strike and Fade, so when I activate the unit, after they attack, as long as they're wholly within 12 because of my season, or Kurnoth because they're contesting an objective wholly within 6, can teleport out to a different overgrown terrain feature or...
I assume you're still holy.
Yes.
You just have to be within the objective, or is it within
wholly
your
within
trees?
6 of the objective.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, then you're good.
Kurnoth are allowed to do it.
Oh,
or
gotcha.
or units wholly within 6 of the objective, within 6 of them or something.
Okay.
But they count for it themselves.
I think I start with the Demonettes because I do want to get the battle tactic, and they're the weakest link over there. Like if you go, they're just gonna get wiped off the board like they did last time.
Yep.
So let's go with the Demonettes. I still have 2 command points. Do I want to go to 3s and 4s?
I will use my last command point on all-out defense to try and prevent any damage.
How does Strike and Fade work? Is it just an ability?
It's just an ability.
It's not a command ability?
Yeah, I can do it once per combat phase.
That's so good.
But you have to be outside of 3 of the wood I'm teleporting to, and it has to be a different wood than I'm leaving, or an overgrown terrain feature than I'm leaving.
Okay.
So if you get into all my overgrown or into all my stuff, I can only do it like back to my home one right now because you're going to be within 3 of that one.
21 attacks. And I think I want to go to 3s and 4s and just try and get as much into them as I can. So I will use the all-out attack over there.
Okay.
So this will be 3s and 4s.
6s
6s
explode.
explode. Oh, that one's cocked. Okay, it was well worth the command point. There's a whole lot of 3s in here.
Yeah. Not a lot of 6s.
1 6. Hey, I got 1. I'm happy. All right, and this will be 4s. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at 1 rend.
Demonettes have 1 rend. Oh.
Sure do.
Alright. So 1 rend puts me from, because of my all-out defense, back to a 3-up save. And I will fail 2 of them. That will actually kill 1.
Cool. Good. That's what I was hoping. Knock off that last guy, and then you have less attacks. So the question is, where do you start?
So,
Strike and Fading here or there?
I think the strike and fade best applies here to prevent the battle tactic,
Which you will.
and hope the Tree
Because I
Lord...
failed 2 different units of shooting.
Yeah. I made saves on the one. Hopefully,
Yeah, but I mean, I could have, like,
Yeah.
statistically, I should have 1/6.
yeah, I don't want to
So,
see the tree
it is
lord
what it is.
die. So hopefully he can still survive over there. But this is the place to use.
How much rend is the tree lord?
He has 2 rend on his 1 rend on his sweeping blows, 2 rend on his impaling talon.
Okay.
There's 5 attacks on sweeping blows at -1, 2 damage, 2 attacks at -2, 3 damage.
All right, so you're starting over there?
Yep. Let me go with these guys. I'm gonna have to put,
1 each.
yeah, I'm gonna put 1 each.
Okay.
So the Hunt Master is going into the Painbringers. So 3s and 3s. No mortals.
Yay. That's what I was hoping for.
I used them up on that first round. So 3 saves, -1, 2 damage.
So 4 ups. Save 2.
2 damage.
Lose a dude.
All right. Then Demonettes. 2 6s. There it is.
4 mortals.
4 mortals, and oh, that's cocked. 2 saves, -1.
Save 1.
So 6 damage total to them.
Cool.
I guess, are you...
Well, I do want to leave the banner though, or the is it the banner or the trumpet? Yeah, the icon.
So do I go to this one?
Yeah, I'm not within 3 yet, so
Right.
I'm gonna pile in while you do that. Does it make a difference?
Um,
Because they'd be outside of 9, so
Yeah.
yeah, well,
I
I'll wait.
think it's still best to go over here.
Okay, I'm gonna pile in.
Can I
So
see the
stay
9?
outside of 3 of her. Yep, so as long as I go this way, I'll be able to stay outside at 3 inches of Ilario. Get the whole unit in. They are 2-inch reach. I'm going to leave that there because it's hard to reach. There may be one dude not actually in. We'll see.
I think
It would be that guy.
I think he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
So whole unit's in. So they are re-rolling all their hit rolls because we're in round 2.
I no longer have all out defense, so it's just 3 up save, 14 wounds.
And they have their Mystic Shield still. So let's find their War Scroll. I believe it's 3 attacks apiece, if I remember right. Yep, 3 attacks apiece, 4s and 3s, re-rolling all hits. And +1 for the leader. So
Do they get 6s exploding?
they do. 31 attacks,
It's going to be a lot.
2 damage apiece,
Saves.
but there's no rend.
Yeah.
So
Can I roll a lot of
30
3
bucks.
ups?
5,
2 ups would be better.
10, 15, 20, 25, and then I owe you a couple more. So I owe you 6 more after that.
Plus whatever explosions.
Yes. All right. So we have 4s rerolling.
I can tally your 6s for you.
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 6s.
Okay, we got 4 so far.
And re-rolling. These are not in. Put those over there. 5 6s. Wow, that was a bad roll.
Okay, and then you got 6 more dice. That can be re-rolled.
Yes. 2 more 6s.
So I got 7.
And miss it.
Got 7 dice to add back in.
So. Okay.
That makes up for just about every miss.
Almost. Almost. Alright. 3's delivered. That looked like a good roll.
It definitely does. Whew.
So, you got 5, 10, 15, 20. No rend.
20, eh?
These things in Bounty Hunters are so dumb.
So it's no rend 1 damage, or
2 damage.
2 damage. Yeesh. All right.
3 damage in Bounty Hunters.
So 3s.
Looks like a good roll. I don't know if it's enough though.
I take 6.
So 12.
He will survive with 2 left.
Dang.
That's a big deal.
Not being able to attack twice is
Yes.
a big deal. And yeah, they don't have
So-
run, so it is what it is.
All right. Now.
And then I can't use all out defense either, so they just have their Mystic Shield.
But I am down to just 2 with the sweeping blows.
That's
So
good.
3s and 3s. 1 hit. 1 at -1.
So 3 goes to 4. And I miss it.
So that's 2 damage. And then 2s. Both hit. And 5s. 1 -2 for 3 damage.
Saved.
All right. Well,
So
did
2
2
damage?
damage. Yep.
Lose a dude.
Okay. So they charged and could pile in this way if you want.
Nah, they're fine.
So then
I
it's
don't need to
just
pile them in for any reason.
2 battle shock.
Demonettes lost 6. Their bravery 10. If I roll a 1, I get D6 back.
Ah, they do
Which is
still
why.
have that.
Which is why I needed the icon to stay around.
Okay.
So here's to a 1. That is not a 1. That's the opposite.
So it's
So I lose 2.
2.
No, I gotta pull the icon because I picked wrongly.
Pull the icon or the champion.
They can't lose. They can't lose. They're 7 bravery.
Okay.
And then you can't lose, so now I gotta count depravity.
Nope.
So 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And you counted her? Counted Lariel?
Yeah, so 7. So puts me to 12, which is good. So that unlocks some abilities here. Let's see. So they updated this with the White Dwarf. So battle traits, Knights of Slaanesh. Let's see what I got. Add 2 inches to movement and rally on 5s instead of 6s.
Whew.
And then once I get to 18, I get a 5 ward across the army.
Yeah, I don't want you to get to that.
So actually keeping him around and getting the depravity with him weakened is actually almost a better scenario than the other way
Yep,
around.
hopefully
so.
I can heal back some wounds with regrowth and such, but
Yeah, and then I failed my second battle tactic because I can't shoot very good. But I did get the first one, so I still will control 3 objectives, and I got 1 battle tactic, so that'll be 5 points. So it will be 10 to 5 going into turn 2 for Sylvaneth. Sylvaneth turn 2.
we are going to do desecrate their land to control this one.
Really? That's the one you're going to pick?
Yeah, it's something.
So shocked.
I think you did it the first turn.
Sure did.
So turnaround's fair play. Heroic action, I'm going to go for a command point on Alariel. And I do not get it this turn. That would have been nice, but...
Question is, where are you going to go? You got to take an objective, so let's finest hour. We'll do it on my man there.
Okay. Then we are going to Vesperal Gem to these guys.
Yeah, you just essentially have your entire starting army still.
Oh, that's cocked.
That is crazy.
Do not take any mortals. Going to Regrowth from Alariel. Getting that with an 11.
You only have 3 spells, right?
I have 2 more
That-
after this. Yep.
Okay, so I got 3 unbinds. I rolled an 11, but that doesn't help me.
So Tree Lord is going to get D6 wounds back.
Wow.
5.
Wow.
So
That's a big deal.
counts as only taking 7. She will try and heal. She heals 3, which is exactly what she had on her 2d6.
She doesn't try, she just does it.
Yep. Yeah. I could have rolled 2 and she'd still have a wound on her.
2 more spells?
Yep. We are going to go with Mystic Shield. Getting that with a 7.
And I got a 6.
Do we put that on her or on the Tree Lord? They proved capable of killing the Tree Lord, but no, we're going to put it on her because don't want her dying in 3. So then my last one is going to be the Spite Swarm. Cast on a 7. Oh, failed. There we go. Would have failed either spell. Her metamorphosis on her War Scroll is I roll a number of dice equal to the casting roll, and every 3 plus is a mortal wound.
Ouch.
And if I kill the unit before removing the last one, I set up a Wildwood wholly within 12 of that model, outside of 3 of every objective and
Crazy
stuff. So,
yeah,
but that's also cast on a 7.
Glad you rolled a 4.
Yeah, the Spite Swarm allows me to
not complaining.
get +3 to move and +3 to charge to a unit. So that means I could like go after the Keeper with a unit of Kurnoth or something. But
would you like to move it? Move it.
let's move it. Want to try and eliminate the melee threat that's right there while they don't have their defensive buff. Going to try and eliminate some more stuff over here. Moved up to take this with my 3 Kurnoth Hunters, counting as 6 total models.
Considering you still have your whole army, I'm pretty sure you can
Yeah,
effectively win the game probably right here.
I'm hoping to do...
Because even with summoning, I won't have enough stuff.
Yeah, I'm hoping if I can clear out the targets I have that I'll get to a easily winnable place. But I don't want to engage the Keeper with Alariel because I thought about moving her way over the corner. But the mortal wounds on 6s to hit from a Keeper could just kill her without a ward save. I'm not confident in that to lose her turn 2.
Yeah, I could get lucky.
So
It's possible.
lose her turn 3, bring her back on 4 or 5. It's a different deal. But so I'm shooting the first thing. I have to shoot the Tree Lord into the
It's wound rolls, not hit rolls.
So into the Twin Souls. Tree Lord has to shoot 3 attacks. He's now only suffered 7, so it's 3s to hit and 3s to wound.
How much is your rend?
-1 rend.
So I could keep them at a 3 if I command point it.
Yep.
This will be my one chance to kind of do that. So yeah, I'll do it.
All right, so 3s. 1 miss, 2 hit, and 3s. Nothing.
Hey, my command point was worth it.
Yep. Just
scared the Tree Lord.
Scared him off. Alariel, though, with 24-inch range and 2s and 2s, is going to go at your Lord of Pain.
Sure.
Since he's not close to battle line, I can target him.
You sure can.
So, 2 to hit. Nope. There we go. That would have been nice to do a flat 6 damage to him. I don't know if that kills him.
I prefer you rolling ones.
But
I'll take it.
so shooting is
Take it when
done.
I can.
So we are going to go to charges.
Charge away.
Kurnoth Hunters over here.
Oh, that'll do
12. That actually could change things. Like I could go there.
it. Sure could.
Wasn't expecting that. But that brings in the Overwatch, which would kill a guy almost certainly with your mortals. So we're going to stay away from that this turn.
There's no Overwatch in AOS, Jared.
Stand and shoot. We are just going to go into these guys.
Makes sense.
And then Kurnoth over here with the swords. They got a 7. That will be enough to get them
needed a 3 or 4, something like that.
Around here. Leaving room.
Really
for
hoping to kill that tree lord.
Alariel
Not killing him is a big deal.
with a 5. She will nose in.
I think they're gonna die. We'll see. They do have Mystic Shield.
Yep.
You get 2 monstrous rampages though.
Revenant Seekers. 10. Oh, they could really.
You know, there or there.
Yeah, we'll go. Well, they can just be at the corner because they've got a 6-inch pile-in and fly. So everybody makes it. So monstrous rampages. We're gonna do Alariel's Living Battering Ram, which is stop for. Oh no, it only works against models with 1 wound for their wound characteristics. So she will actually roar. So so 2.
Hey, that's a big deal.
All right. Now we're going to try and stomp them with the ground shaking stomp on the tree lord. So if I get a 3 up, they fight last, and I can fight them with everything there.
So you're gonna roll a 1.
Maybe 2.
Oh yes!
So nothing.
You're telling me there's a chance.
There is a chance. So
Sweet.
with that, I have 1 command point.
I also have 1 command point.
I am going to go with the Revenant Seekers first. Over there.
How many attacks?
The riders have 3 attacks apiece. The mounts have 3 attacks apiece.
They're all 2 rend?
The mounts are only 1 rend, 1 damage. The guys on top are 2 rend, 2 damage.
And they're 3 apiece?
Yep. The champion gets 1 extra attack.
3 apiece and what, 3s and 4s you said?
4s and 3s.
4s and 3s. So 3s and 3s if you all out attack. So, man, I would really love to fight twice, but with so many guys, there's no way I fight twice. So I will all out defense. Just see if I can keep them around.
All right. 9, 10.
Because that would mean they'd have to, like, tank them and one of them, too.
Yep.
Like, unlikely.
All right. 4s.
You said 4s?
Yep.
You had a 3 in there.
Did I?
Yeah.
2. Minus 2, 2 damage.
So, essentially a 2-up save goes back to a 4. Save 1, take 1.
2 damage. 4s. 3s. 2. Minus 1.
So 3s. Save them both.
All right. So then they are going to fade.
They're your fade 1.
Yep. Because
You don't want me to murk them?
I do not. They have the 4-up save over there. Everything else has a 3-up. Alariel on a 2-up currently.
Well, I gotta go with them if I want to do anything. Question is, how do I want to pile in?
No, we'll go in the woods. Oh,
Because, like, I could throw them all at the tree lord. Pretty much guarantees the tree lord dies. Based on what happened last time.
well, he didn't have all-out defense last time.
Oh, does he have Mystic Shield?
Mystic Shield is on Alariel, but he could have all-out defense because I have.
But they would have it too. I mean, it's all the same. They're all gonna, everybody's going to be on a 2 one way or the other, right?
Yep.
So my best chance of killing something would be the tree lord, because these dudes have more wounds. I mean, that's 15 as opposed to 5 remaining. At least I need to get something.
He's got 7 remaining, but
7 remaining?
yes, he's got 14. They've got 14 wounds now.
Yeah, but I thought he took 12 last time, and you healed 5.
Yeah.
So he's taken 7.
You still taking
but
7.
he's 14 with duh.
Yes.
7, 7, duh.
Tree Lords,
I can math, I swear.
Tree Lords used to be 12. They're now 14.
I'm going to put it all into the Tree Lord. I'm not worried about depravity or keeping things around. I just need to start trying to get some things off the table or I'm not going to win this game. So,
I will all out defense.
I'm going to use the little dice. It'll be a little bit faster because I can get 30. So 5, 10,
2 of those things would have been
15,
huge.
20,
I don't think it
25,
changes your save, but
31, and this is still re-rolling and exploding on 6s. So 4 is re-rolling.
we got quite a few 6s.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6s.
7, 8.
8 6s. And some hits.
That is a lot of misses, though.
That's okay. That's what rerolls are for.
Yep. Rerolls can make all.
Rerolls are my favorite thing because I'm bad at rolling dice. Although I've actually been doing a little bit better lately on my rolling.
So you got what? 2 6s in there?
3.
So you got 11 total to come back.
Yep. Which is basically everything I missed. Actually, it's everything I missed plus 1.
Ooh, boy.
Cool.
That's not what I want to hear.
That's what I need. You're on 2s.
Yep.
3s. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 19. Same as last time.
All right. But this time we're on 2s, not 3s.
Yeah, so you're gonna roll all ones.
I hope not.
Give me something here. I have not killed a single thing.
I did roll 5, which means 10 damage, and he will go down.
Yes, I did something cool. I killed the thing that you summoned. You still have your entire starting army.
Yep. All right. Guess we will go over here since there's no longer a threat over there.
Makes sense.
I'm going to put everything into the Painbringers. Because hopefully I can then stomp with their, or trample underfoot at the end of combat and kill those 2. So I will.
I just need you to not roll 8,000 mortal wounds, and I'm good.
All right.
So, no 6s. No 6s.
Oh, I was getting +1 to hit on them. Anyway,
On who?
they were one of my targets.
Oh, yeah.
I have to remember that for the rest of the unit, for the rest of the combat over there. All right.
1
3s.
6.
1 6.
Yes, I have a chance. You're giving me so many chances, Jared. Thank you.
That's the dice. There's all the 6s.
Good.
So that is for 7 saves minus 1.
So 4s. Come on, I can roll 4s, right? I can do it.
Yeah.
You've never seen me do it, but I can do it. I can't do it.
Fail 4.
Yeah, 2 damage.
2 damage each. Got him.
Got him dead.
All right. 1 unit down. You've got demonettes.
I sure do.
They
Maybe I
can't-
can get some depravity out of here.
Yep.
So, got 5 total attacks. 4s are 4s, 6s explode. Oh, 2 6s? Heck yeah!
And only 1 miss.
5 attacks turn into 7 hits, right? No, because
6.
I lost one, so 6 hits.
Still.
So, 4s.
It's always good when you get more wounds than you rolled attacks.
4 go through at -1.
All right.
Heck yeah.
4s.
That's getting it on.
I'm going to save all of them, though.
Oh, come on, man. I just wanted 1 depravity.
All right. So now we've got the Kurnoth over here.